Hello, dear students. This is Professor Saurabh Deshpande, and welcome all to this online YouTube video lecture on divisibility test of the natural numbers. Now, dear students, first of all, we will see what is the necessity to find out these divisibility tests. Why we have to study this divisibility test, and then we will move towards the divisibility test of different natural numbers. Okay. So first of all, we will see the necessity. Now, you know that many a times we need to go through the rigorous division operations where dividends are very larger, and we have to carry that large division operation to check whether the remainder comes to be zero or not, or whether that dividend is completely divisible or not. So this is a very lengthy operation, and sometimes it takes a very large amount of time, and therefore it becomes very tedious to each time go through that rigorous division operation and check whether the number is divisible or not. So rather than actually going through this division operation, we can rely on these divisibility tests, which are purposefully designed to check whether the number is divisible by a certain number or not without actually carrying out the division operation. So that is the purpose behind studying this divisibility test, and every student must know this divisibility test, because in examination you have very limited time, and in that limited time you have to divide the certain number, and before dividing you have to check, or you have to decide whether it will be divisible completely or not. If it will be divisible, then you can go with the process. Otherwise it will become very time consuming process to every time go through that division process. So now let us move to the actual process or actual divisibility tests of different natural numbers. So let us start with the divisibility test of 2. Now if you refer to the table of 2, you will find that in the units place of every number in the table of 2, there is an even number. 2 ones are 2, 2 twos are 4, 6, 8, 10. If now 10 is a 2-digit number. If you consider units place of 10, it contains 0, where 0 is even number. 12, 14, 16, 18, 20. So if you consider any number, and these are different places, as you know, this is units place, this is tens place, this is hundred place, this is thousands place, and so on. Now, for checking whether the number is divisible by 2 or not, you only need to consider this units place. That's it. Only you need to consider the units place. And if at the units place, if you get the even number, that is 0, 2, 4, 6 or 8. These are 5 even numbers. Out of these 5 even numbers, if any number appears at the units place of the number, then the entire number is divisible by 2. That's it. So it's extremely simple test of 2. Now next is divisibility test of 3. Next is divisibility test of 3. Now for the 3, what is the trick to check whether the given number is divisible by 3 or not? So let us take the example. Through the example, we will see how this divisibility test of 3 is designed. So let us consider the number 465. 465. Now this number is 3-digit number, and if you go on calculating, or if you go on dividing this number by 3, then it will take a certain time. Okay, so without going into the division, we will check whether the given number is divisible by 3 or not. So what we will do, we will consider the digits of the number, and we will take addition of all the digits of the number. You have to just add all the digits of this number. That's it. It's extremely simple. You have to just go on adding all the digits of this number. So just add these numbers. So 4 plus 6, 10. 10 plus 5 is 15. Now 15 is divisible by 3. Or we can say 15 is a multiple of 3. Okay, table of 3 contains 15. 3 5s are 15. So 15 is a multiple of 3. And therefore, this entire number 465 will be divisible by 3. This entire number is divisible by 3. It's that easy. So this is a 3-digit number. But many times you encounter 4-digit, 5-digit, 6-digit numbers. So the number is very large, and actually calculating the division is very tedious, and therefore just go on adding the numbers. You will get certain number by adding all the digits, and if this number will be divisible by 3, then the entire number will be divisible by 3. That's it. Clear? It's very simple. Now next is divisibility test of 4. Next we will say divisibility test of 4. Now what is divisibility test of 4? For this purpose, again we will consider the example, and through the example we will see how this divisibility test of 4 is designed. So let us consider the number 864. 864. Now you have to check whether this number is divisible by 4 or not. And for this purpose, what you will do, you will consider last 2 digits of the number. For this purpose, you will consider last 2 digits of the number. So a number which is formed by considering last 2 digits is 64. And if you consider 64, 64 is divisible by 4. 64 is divisible by 4. 64 is divisible by 4. And therefore, this entire number will be divisible by 4. And therefore, the divisibility test of 4 can be stated as, if we consider last 2 digits of the number and the number so formed by considering last 2 digits will be divisible by 4, then the entire number will be divisible by 4. Okay? No matter how long the number is, no matter how many digits are there in this number, you have to only consider last 2 digits. If the last 2 digits are divisible by 4, then the entire number will be divisible by 4 irrespective of number of digits in that number. Clear? So this is divisibility test of 4. Now next is divisibility test of 5. Simplest divisibility test. It's the simplest, easier than 2, divisibility test of 2. If you refer to the table of 5, you can conclude that in the table of 5, each number either contains 0 at its units place or 5 at its units place. So divisibility test of 5 states that these are different places: units place, tens place, hundreds place, thousands place, and so on. Here also you have to only consider the units place. Okay? No matter what are the other numbers, at the units place either there will be 0 or there will be 5. That's it. If there will be 0 or there will be 5, then the entire number will be divisible by 5. That's it. So it's the simplest divisibility test. Now next, divisibility test of 6. Now what is divisibility test of 6? For the divisibility test of 6, the number is divisible by 6 if and only if it is divisible by 2 and 3. This and is important here. This and is very important. The entire number is divisible by 6 if the number is divisible by 2. At the same time, it is also divisible by 3. It may happen that number is divisible by 2 but not by 3. So it is not divisible by 6. It may happen that number is divisible by 3 but not divisible by 2. Again, it is not divisible by 6. So the numbers which are divisible by 2 and 3 at a time are only divisible by 6. Let me take the example of number that is 696. 696 is the number. So let me check whether the number is divisible by 2 or not. So for this purpose, I will consider units place of the number. If you consider units place contains one number. Therefore, the number will be divisible by 2. Okay. So this number is divisible by 2. Now let me check whether it is divisible by 3 or not. So for this purpose, just add the digits of the number. So 6 plus 9, 15. 15 plus 6, 21. And 21 is divisible by 3. 3 sevens are 21. And therefore, this entire number is also divisible by 3. So this entire number is also divisible by 3. So it is divisible by 2 as well as 3. And therefore, it is divisible by 6. And you can check it. You can check it whether it is true or not. So 696 divided by 6. So 6 ones are 6. 6 minus 6 becomes 0. Now take this 9 below. 6 ones are 6. So 9 minus 6 will be 3. And last 6. So 6 6 are 36. So remainder comes to be 0. Remainder comes to be 0 means it is completely divisible by 6. That's it. So rather than actually calculating this, rather than actually carrying out the actual division process, we have taken the check whether the number is divisible by 2 and 3. So we have got the answer. Yes, it is divisible by 6. Now 7. Now number 7 do not have any definite pattern. So the test for the 7 is not designed. Clear? 7 do not have any divisibility test. It has one divisibility test, but it is not applicable for all the numbers. It is not applicable for all the numbers which appear in the table of the 7. So let us not move into the details of that. Just let us skip 7 because it is not at all applicable to all the numbers in the table of 7. So let us move to the next number, that is 8. Now divisibility test of 8 is exactly same as divisibility test of 4. Only difference is that in the table of 4, in the divisibility test of 4, we consider last 2 digits of the number, and in the divisibility test of 8, we consider last 3 digits. That's it. So in the divisibility test of 8, divisibility test of number 8, we consider last 3 digits of the number. And the number which is formed by considering last 3 digits, if that number is divisible by 8, then your entire number will be divisible by 8. That's it. So this test is satisfactorily applied only when the number is at least 3-digit number. Because in this test, you have to consider last 3 digits of the number. If the number itself is 2-digit number, then it becomes very easy to decide whether the number is divisible by 8 or not. Just go on memorizing table of 8, 8 ones are 8, 8 twos are 16, and you will get the answer. If the number is 3-digit number, then you have to take all the 3 digits for the test. And if the number is 4-digit, 5-digit, then you have to consider last 3 digits, and you have to check whether that number formed by considering last 3 digits is divisible by 8 or not. So for this purpose, let me take the example of 520288. Let me take an example of this number. Now, if you check this number is very large number. It is 6 digits number. And actually calculating the division, actually carrying out the division is very tedious task. So I will use the divisibility test of it. I will consider last 3 digits of the number. So the number formed by considering last 3 digits is 288. Now I have to only verify whether 288 is divisible by 8 or not. That's it. I need not go through the entire number. I have to just consider last 3 digits, 288. And I have to check whether 288 is divisible by 8 or not. It is divisible. If it is divisible, yes, entire number is divisible by 8. So let me check it. So 288 divided by 8. 8 3s are 24. 28 minus 24 will be 4. Take this 8 below. 8 6s are 48. Remainder turns to be 0. It means that 288 is completely divisible by 8. And if 288 is completely divisible by 8, then this entire number is also completely divisible by 8. You can verify it, or let us verify it. Immediately let us verify it. And this number is also divisible by 8. So I will write here 520288. It's divisible by 8. Let us check. 8 6 are 48. 52 minus 48 will be 4. Take this 0 below. 8 5s are 40. Remainder will be 0. Take this 2. 8 zeros are 0. 2 minus 0 2. Take this 8. 8 3s are 24. This 4 and take this 8. 8 6s are 48. So remainder becomes 0. Okay. So this is the check that the entire number is divisible by 8. But it is a very time consuming process for the students of 7th or 8th standards, because they are beginners. They have recently studied this operation. So they take the very longer time to go through this process. Okay. So rather than going through the process, this considering 288 will be very, very easier. Okay. Now next is divisibility test of 9. Divisibility test of 9. Okay, now my friends, this divisibility test of 9 is exactly similar to divisibility test of 3. Very simple. What is divisibility test of 3? We add all the digits and we get certain number. If that number is divisible by 3, then entire number will be divisible by 3. Exactly same test is applicable for the 9 also. If we given the number, we take addition of all the digits of the number, we get certain number. If that number is divisible by 9, then the entire number is divisible by 9. That's it. So if you remember divisibility test of 3, then it's not at all difficult to remember the divisibility test of 9. So it's very easy. For example, suppose I will take the number 82575. 82575. This is the number. And I have to check whether the number is divisible by 9 or not. So what I will do, I will take addition of all the digits. So just add all the digits. So 8 plus 2, 10. 10 plus 5, 15. 15 plus 7, 22. 22 plus 5, 27. And if you look at 27, 27 is divisible by 9. 9 3s are 27. So 27 is divisible by 9, and therefore this entire number is also divisible by 9. Now let us verify the fact. Let us verify the fact whether it is actually divisible by 9 or not. So 82575 divided by 9. Okay, let us actually verify the fact. 9 9s are 81. 82 minus 81 is 1. Take this 5 below. 9 1s are 9. 15 minus 9, 6. Take this 7 below. 9 7s are 63. 67 minus 633. Remainder will be 4. And now take this 5 below. 9 5s are 45. The remainder will be 0. Yes, it is divisible. So it's just a check. We have checked. Yes, this trick works. This test actually works. Now, divisibility test of 10. Next is divisibility test of 10. According to me, divisibility test of 10 can be studied by the first standard student only also. It can be grasped. It can be understood by the first standard student also. It's so easy. If you refer to the table, it contains all the numbers whose unit place is 0. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, 110, 20. So for all the numbers which appear in the table of 10, the units place is 0 always. So I can write divisibility test of 10 as if the number contains 0, only 0 at the units place, then the entire number will be divisible by 10. That's it. But the number must be 0 at the units place. No any other number is allowed for the number to be divisible by 10. Fine. Now next is 11. Now from this point onwards, divisibility test becomes somewhat difficult. Now divisibility test of 11. Now rather than explaining this test, we will take the example. Through the example, you will understand what is the trick. How to conduct this test, how to check whether the number is divisible by 11 or not. So let us consider the number 1, 2, 2, 1. Okay. Now, these are the positions of the number. This is first position, this is second position, this is third position, this is fourth position. Or according to the places, it is tens place, units place or ones place sometimes, tens place, hundreds place and thousands place. Now what I will do, I will consider the alternate positions of the numbers. For example, if I consider position 1, then alternate position is 3. I have to consider the alternate positions. First, then third, then fifth, seventh, likewise. Consider the alternate positions. If you consider position number 1, then alternate position will be position number 3. And for position number 2, the alternate position will be position number 4. So I have to just consider the alternate positions. Now consider these two numbers, these two alternate numbers, 1 and 2. Now take the addition of that two numbers. So 1 plus 2 comes to be 3. We have added these two numbers, these two alternate numbers. Now consider other alternate numbers, remaining alternate numbers now. So remaining alternate numbers are these two numbers, number at position number 2 and position number 4. So again add these two remaining numbers. So 2 plus 1, that will be 3. Clear? We have first of all added these two alternate numbers and then we have added these two alternate numbers. So I have got 3 and 3. Now take the difference of these two numbers. Take the difference. Take the difference of these two numbers. So 3 minus 3 turns to be 0. If this difference is 0 or multiple of 11, if there will be 11, 22, 33, 44 or 0 appears here after taking the difference, then the entire number is divisible by 11. Clear? I will again repeat the statement. We will consider the alternate numbers and we will add the alternate numbers. Then we will get two numbers here. We have added these two alternate numbers, then we have added these two alternate numbers, and then we have taken the difference of these two numbers. If the difference is either 0 or multiple of 11, that is 11, 22, 33, 44, whatever, then the entire number is divisible by 11. So it's very easy test. Okay, just go on adding the alternate numbers and take the difference. Now divisibility test of 12. Next, divisibility test of 12. Now what is divisibility test of 12? If the number is divisible by 3 and 4, we have studied divisibility test of 6. In that divisibility test, the number must be divisible by 2 and 3. Now in the divisibility test of 12, the number must be divisible by 3 and 4. Why 3 and 4? Because product of 3 and 4 is 12. It's easy to remember. Why we have taken 3 and 4 only? Because 3 multiplied by 4 comes to be 12. So if the number is divisible by 3 and 4 simultaneously, then the entire number will be divisible by 12. For that purpose, let me consider a number 864, suppose. 864. Now I have to check whether the given number is divisible by 12 or not. So rather than actually carrying out the division operation, I will go through the test, that is 3 and 4, where I will check whether the number is divisible by 3 and 4 or not. So first of all, let us check whether the number is divisible by 3. So for that purpose, take the addition of digits. So 8 plus 6, 14, 14 plus 4, 18. 18 is divisible by 3, so entire number will be divisible by 3. So yes, it is divisible by 3. Now for the divisible by the 4, consider the divisibility test of 4. Consider last two digits. The number formed by considering last two digits is 64, and 64 is divisible by 4. Therefore, this entire number is also divisible by 4. So the number is divisible by 3 as well as 4. So therefore, entire number is divisible by 12. Now wait, we will check whether the number is divisible by 12 or not. So consider 864, 864, and we will actually divide it by 12. 12 sevens are 84. 86 minus 84 comes to be 2. Take this 4 down. 12 twos are 24. Remainder comes to be 0. So it is verified that our test is correct. Now divisibility test of 13. 13 do not have any divisibility test. It do not have any definite pattern. Divisibility test of 14 now. Okay. So divisibility test of 14. Now what is divisibility test of 14? If my number is divisible by 2 and 7. For the divisibility test of 14, what is test? If my number is divisible by 2 and 7, then my entire number is divisible by 14. Why 2 and 7? Because factors of 14 are 2 and 7. We have to just factorize 14. If we factorize 14, it comes to be 2 and 7. So if the number is divisible by 2 as well as 7, then it entire number will be divisible by 14. So for that purpose, let me consider the example of 266. 266. Now let us check whether this number is divisible by 2. For that purpose, consider units place. Yes, units place contains even number, so it is divisible by 2. Now let us check whether the number is divisible by 7 or not. So for that purpose, let us actually carry out the division. No option. You have to carry out the division here. So 266 divided by 7. 7 threes are 21. 26 minus 21 is 5. Take this 6 below. 7 eights are 56. Yes. So this given number is divisible by 2 as well as 7, and therefore the given number will be divisible completely by 14 also. So this is my divisibility test of 14, that the number given must be divisible by 2. At the time, it must be also divisible by 7. Okay, then and then only the given number, entire number is divisible by 14. Now let us take the check. Let us take the check whether this 266 is divisible by 14 or not. Let us take the check. So 266 divided by 14. 14 ones are 14. Remainder will 12. 14 nines are 126. That's it. Correct. So this is my divisibility test of 14. Now divisibility test of 15. Now if you factorize 15, if you take factors of 15, you will get two numbers, that is 3 and 5. So the number will be divisible by 15 if and only if the number is divisible by 3 as well as 5. That's it. So I will write the number is divisible by 15 if and only if the number is divisible by 3 as well as 5. That's it. Divisibility test of 12, 14 and 15 have same nature. Okay, nature wise they are same. In the 12 we consider 3 and 4, in the 14 we consider 2 and 7, and in the 15 we consider 3 and 5. That means we have just factorized the numbers. If we factorize 12 we will get 3 and 4. If we factorize 14 we will get 2 and 7. If we factorize 15 we get 3 and 5. That's it. Now let us take the example of this. So for this purpose let me consider the number 2535. So 2535, and I have to check whether this number is divisible by 15 or not, and for that purpose I will check whether the number is divisible by 3 as well as the number is divisible by 5. Now if you look at the units place is 5, therefore the number must be divisible by 5. Now we will check whether it is divisible by 3 or not. So for that purpose just go on adding the digits. So 2 plus 5 7, 7 plus 3 12, 10 plus 5 15, and 15 is divisible by 3. So this entire number is also divisible by 3. So this number is divisible by 3 as well as the number contains 5 at its units place, so it is divisible by 5. At a time it is divisible by 3 and 5, therefore it is divisible by 15. Now we will check whether it is true or not. So we will actually carry out the division operation and we will check whether the number is divisible by 15 or not. So 2535 divided by 15. So 15 ones are 15, 25 minus 15 comes to be 10, take this 3 below, 15 6 are 90, this is 13, take this 5 below, 135, 15 9s are 135. That's it. So remainder comes to be 0. Okay, therefore this test holds true for divisibility test of 15. Clear? Now next, divisibility test of 16. Divisibility test of 16. Now divisibility test of 16 is exactly similar to the divisibility test of 4 and 8. For the 4 we consider last 2 digits. For 8 we consider last 3 digits. For 16 we consider last 4 digits. So let us take the example 520288. Let us take this example. For the divisibility test of 16 we have to consider last 4 digits. So the number formed by considering last 4 digits is 288. 0 288, but 0 is meaningless. Okay? If 0 appears before the number, then the value of the number do not change. So 0288 means 288. So we have got 288. Now we have to check whether the number is divisible by 8 or not. Sorry, 16 or not. Okay, we have considered last 4 digits. The number formed by last 4 digits is 288, and we have to check whether this number is divisible by 16 or not. If this number is divisible by 16, then entire number is divisible by 16. So just carry out the division operation. 16 ones are 16. Remainder is 12. Take this 8 below. 16 8s are 128. So yes, this number is divisible by 16. Therefore, this entire number is also divisible by 16. Now let us take the check whether it is true or not. So 520288. 520288 divisible by 16. 16 3s are 48, 52 minus 48, 4, take this 0 below, 16 2s are 32, 40 minus 32, 8, take this 2 below. 16 5s are 80. 82 minus 80, remainder becomes 2. Take this 8 below. 16 ones are 16. 28 minus 16, remainder becomes 12. Take this remaining 8 below. So this becomes 128. 16 nines are 128. Remainder becomes 0. Sorry, 16 8s are 128. So the number is completely divisible by 16. So therefore, divisibility test of 16 is verified that if we consider last 4 digits and number formed by considering last 4 digits is divisible by 16, then the entire number will be divisible by 16. And the last divisibility test, that is a divisibility test of 25. Divisibility test of 25. So this test for 25 is exactly same, identical as test of 4. In the test of 4 also we consider last 2 digits. In the 25 also we consider last 2 digits. If the number formed by considering last 2 digits is divisible by 25, then the entire number is divisible by 25. For example, let me consider 875. So let us consider last 2 digits. So number formed by considering last 2 digits is 75, and 75 is divisible by 25. 25 3s are 75. It means that this number is divisible by 25. Entire number is divisible by 25. Now let us check whether the statement is true or not. Whether it is actually divisible by 25 or not. So 875 divided by 25. 25 3s are 75. 87 minus 75 comes to be 12. Take this 5 below. 25 into 5, 125. Yes. So these are the divisibility tests which are very important from point of view of examination, as well as in the future also when we go to the higher standards, rather than carrying out the actual division process, you can actually directly go with the divisibility test, and it is lifelong process. It is extremely important. You must memorize these tests time to time so that you will not forget them, because in the higher standards also, when you go to the 11th, 12th, or even in the graduation, post-graduation, at every stage of life, this will not leave you. This must be remembered. Okay. So if you like my video, please press the like button, subscribe to my channel Tulips Academy, and press the bell icon to get all the updates about the video. So thank you very much. See you soon.